Hello, my name is Juanita Miller. Currently a senior star with Young Living, and I was just out at Banff this weekend for Canada, Young Living Canada's first ever beauty school, and I just wanted to share my highlights from the event for those of you that weren't able to make it there this weekend. So I want to start with showing off my beauty bag. So when you go to beauty school, you get this beautiful bag. You get to pick the color. I'd say there's probably 30 colors that you get to pick from.
I'm so jealous. That's
I
the color
know.
I would have picked. I saw that on Facebook. I love it.
Inside, it'll be hard to see on the video here, but look at all those products that come with it. And a full size of the serum. And that's just an amazing product. So a lot of goodies in there. Definitely worth the value of going to the event. Yeah, so I wanted to start with just the speaker highlight. A big part of the beauty school was actually what is beauty? We spent a lot of time discussing what makes us beautiful. Is it all the skincare that we do? Is it all the makeup that we put on or the way we dress? Or is it really something that comes from inside of us? And so a lot of the talks were on that. And really the way that I describe beauty, and it's something that I've been working on trying to share and come up with a statement, and it's really what I feel my purpose is, to share with women how to be beautiful. I think beauty is when we're whole people, when we have everything in place, such as our spiritual walk, our nutrition, our hydration, sleep, and just being confident in who we are and what we believe in, and that really makes us whole. And when we're whole, we are beautiful. So just jumping right into some of the highlights from the speakers. We had Heidi Ross and Heather Dahl. They shared on confidence and beauty. And as children, we are born with confidence. You look at your own children and they're just, right from day one, they have a confidence. They're not timid. But then chronic negative experiences strip them of that. And often many people, especially women, I find they grow up to be these people that are very self-conscious. They don't feel beautiful. They feel too fat. They're not pretty enough. They're not confident enough. And I really love a quote that they shared. Low self-esteem is like driving through life with your emergency brake on. So we are in control of choosing our actions, and we need to get rid of our butts, which is, I'd sign people up with a starter kit, but we're out of stock, right? So we need to get rid of those excuses and be in control of our own emergency brake and take that off and be able to go. Stephanie Moram, she was a cute girl who talked all about composting. It's her, her love in life is composting. But she shared on Be Someone's Beautiful. So she took a $20 bill and crumpled it up on stage and asked who would like this. And of course, everyone wants it. So just like a crumpled up $20 bill or a $100 bill, life circumstances don't determine your value. Who you are inside, no matter what you've gone through, is really what makes you. We had 4 cute girls. I think they were from Nelson. They shared their cross lines to each other, and they shared how they can work in partnership with each other. And one of the things that they said was, we are created to shine, to manifest the glory of God. And we need to focus on meditating the positives in our life, and we need to just dwell on those things that are good. So, for example, if you say that your child is jumping up and down on a seat and they're being rambunctious, and you say to them, don't jump on that chair, don't jump on that chair, and you get mad at them, stop jumping on the chair. They just keep jumping on that chair sometimes. But if we instead said, sit down on that chair, it gives them a positive thought to think through, and they're able to proceed. And same in their own lives and our marriage and relationship with others. If we focus on the positive and encourage people for that, they head towards that instead of dwelling on the negative. They also did another talk, and it was on working on a team, as a team with your cross lines. And so the first thing you need to do when you're working with others, whether it's cross-line with Young Living or it's your spouse or just friends at work, first thing we need to do is determine your own skill set. See how your talents can complement each other's talents, and be confident in what you're good at. And I had lots of practical tips. Maybe that'll be another talk. But really they wanted to emphasize, if we focus on filling each other up, speaking each other's love languages, or doing actions, and just encouraging each other, that's when we fill each other up and we shine. And one takeaway that they said was comparison is the thief of joy. So instead of being jealous and comparing ourselves, if we just compliment and be excited for the other person. So I loved what they said. One of my good friends, Chelsea Flaman, was a speaker as well as the event, and she spoke on growing into your potential. And all of these themes, I feel, really flow into one another. If you're critical, it's likely that you have many toxic thoughts. So whether you're critical of yourself or you're critical of other people, those are negative thoughts that you have in your mind. They're the negative thoughts that you're dwelling in, just like when you tell the kid to stop jumping on the chair. So we need to renew our mind daily. And she recommended a book called Switch on Your Brain by Carolyn Leaf. And I also really recommend the book. It's one that we talk about at school about renewing your mind. So we need to choose to encourage each other and be their sunshine, light them up. And then we all know Adam Green and his wife, Vanessa. She actually spoke at this event, and it was really cool. She shared her and Adam's love story, how they met, how they got involved with Young Living, and just the struggles that she's gone through as a woman. And so she shared on living your true beauty, and I picked out a few of my favorite quotes of what she said. True beauty is unique. Our differences create a beautiful harmony. So she had this example of a piano that there's 88 keys on a piano, and if the song is played across the piano, it's beautiful. But if every key on that piano was the same note, the guy jumped back and forth between a regular piano and one that was just one key. And really, when we're all unique and we're living in our uniqueness, we play together as harmony, and it was just beautiful. She also said true beauty is supporting each other's dreams, even if it doesn't interest you. So this is a good example in marriage especially, but as well as with friends. If we only focus on our own interests and hobbies, we're not going to have any friends. So we have to focus on everyone else's, and you learn to be interested in their dreams and just supporting them. And her last takeaway that I loved was true beauty is taking good stewardship of your life by serving others. So when we find our own skills and we develop ourselves, sometimes we're doing it for selfish motives, just to make ourselves better, to make more money, to advance our business. But really, being a good steward, like, we're on this earth to bless each other and serve each other, and we actually have our skills and talents to encourage the community around us. So I loved her point. Now, the highlight of the event when I was going, I thought was going to be the skincare. And so we had Luba, I can't say her last name properly, but Luba Vozar. She's Young Living's skincare educator. She does the teaching at a lot of the beauty school events. And my biggest takeaway from her class was this: lines and wrinkles don't make you look old. They are your stories. So I've never really thought about that before. I always thought, well, yeah, wrinkles, I'm aging, right? Wrinkles make me older. But no, lines and wrinkles don't make you look old. They are your stories. But everything else on your face is a sign of unhealthy living. Your harsh skin texture, your uneven skin tone, dullness, enlarged pores, age spots, and sagging skin, and excessive early aging of wrinkles. All of those are signs that something inside of you is not right. You're maybe not using the right skincare on your skin. You're drying your skin out. Maybe you're not drinking enough water. Maybe you're drinking too much other stuff that's drying out your body. Or maybe the stress is really showing up on your skin. But it's definitely signs of toxicity and imbalance within your body. But the lines and wrinkles aren't. There are stories, and they're beautiful. So that was a really big takeaway for me on that, to just share with other people. Beauty school was a lot of fun. I really encourage all of you to go to it. We could go to the eucalyptus steam room, which was just lovely. We had a gala the first night, so we dressed up in our finest, and we had henna tattoos. That one you paid for, but there was lots of free stuff as well. Like, we got shoulder massage and hand massages with the lotions. We got our hair done. We had a harpist. So someone playing a harp. It was so beautiful while we sat in a lounge and drank tea together. Just lots of fun stuff. It was a really good evening. Yeah, and just the community and the friendships you develop, I really encourage everyone to go. So I really wanted to share basically the entire presentation from Carla Green. I don't know if many of you know her. She is Adam Green's mom. She's a acupuncturist, and she studied a bit in traditional Chinese medicine. And I heard her speak back in May, and I just loved everything that she said. She's very educated in the same things that I'm in school for, and so everything she said just really spoke to me. So I wanted to share some of the details and products from her presentation. So what I really want to highlight, and many of you already know this, but just hearing again I think is important. If you develop a disease such as cancer, heart attacks, any of those things, 20% of that was based upon genetics, 80% was your lifestyle. And most people don't want to know that. They don't want to acknowledge that. They want to think that it was like 90% their hereditary genetics, what they were stuck with, and maybe a little was like lifestyle, such as drinking or smoking. But it's so not. And this is exactly what we're teaching in my school that I attend here in Vancouver. Genetics is 20% and lifestyle is 80%. And that lifestyle is a choice. So that's not even just smoking, drinking. That's, are we drinking enough water? Are we sleeping enough? Are we having positive thoughts, or do we tend to be really critical of others? And that's what really makes up that 80%. So proper nutrition can prevent a gene from expressing itself. So we're always talking about this. It's called epigenetics. We're always talking about it in school. And yeah, so if we have a gene that's a cancerous gene, we can actually we can choose to have that gene not expressed by living healthy. So really, really important to share that. So we can either choose to cheat. We can get like plastic surgery. We can take pills. We can do all these things to look or mimic being healthy and beautiful, or we can choose to do it naturally through healthy lifestyle nutrition. So Carla Green, as she's on stage, for those of you who've seen her or not, she's a very beautiful woman, very confident. She expresses she's wearing no makeup on stage in front of everyone, and just in general life, she wears no makeup other than her mascara and a little bit of a natural blush. And to like emphasize that, I decided as well today, I'm not wearing any foundation, eyeliner, no blush even. I'm a big blush wearer, and I don't have anything on today except a little bit of mascara and just some uncolored lip balm that I made. So definitely, like when we look after our skin and we're detoxed and we're healthy and hydrated, we don't need to hide behind makeup. So just going into a nutritional aspect before we go into the products, our soil these days is very depleted, and so it's it's a big battle in school. We have I have lots of naturopaths as teachers, and many of them talk about we don't take any supplements. We should get everything from our food. And then the next doctor that I have as a teacher says, well, we need to supplement because everything is polluted these days and we're deficient in everything. So what Carla Green talked about was that if you are doing your own gardening, or you're buying from an organic farmer or a non-organic farmer, if their soil is depleted, let's say there's no calcium, there's no sodium in their soil, when you plant vegetables in it and you grow those vegetables, they're also going to be depleted in the calcium. They grow and they're deficient in them. So taking supplements, a good quality whole food source supplement, will ensure that you get those missing nutrients that may be missing in those plants and vegetables. And definitely go with a whole plant source, as well as oil infused products. So with Young Living, all of our oils are infused. When we look at the cells inside of our body, they're all surrounded in this cell membrane of fatty acids, a biphospholipid layer. And so those are fatty acids and oils. When we look at essential oils, they're also fatty acids. They make up the essential oil. Oil is the same thing as the fatty acids. And so when we infuse our products, our nutritional products, or our skincare with it, it makes it really available. We absorb it really well, and it goes to all of the cells in our body with this very fast, very speedy delivery system. So Carla Green was sharing how in her office, where they practice traditional Chinese medicine and acupuncture and all that, they were using like a medicinal grade supplements. And then she started incorporating some of the Young Living supplements in instead, and she saw results in her clients in 1/3 of the amount of time. which is just really powerful, and just really shows the absorbability and the function of our essential oil products. Yeah, so one of the ways that she expressed it was supplements is kind of like insurance. So she shared the 4 core basic supplements. In previous talks, she's talked about them as the 4 pillars of health. But now she's demonstrating it as a vehicle. So imagine you have a car and you have 4 tires. These are your 4 tires that make your car go. They're the fundamentals. So one is omega-6. We need to have omega-3 fatty acids. They're great for like our mental health, joint health. They make sure all of our cell membranes are great and moist instead of rigid. Yeah, so you definitely need to be getting your essential fatty acids with omega-6. We also need antioxidants. We have a ton of free radicals this day and age, like with butts pollution, the cigarette smoke around from other people that you might pass on the street. Stress causes so much free radical damage in our body. So Nings of Red is a great way to provide our body with antioxidants that will just flood our body with the antioxidants that fight these free radicals. Enzymes is the 3rd pillar. We need enzymes for absorption. They help break down our foods. So if we eat protein, we chew it up, and then it's partly digested in the stomach, and then the enzymes break those down into nutrients that we can actually assimilate and use within our body. And for example, a personal story for myself, I'm sensitive to dairy and gluten in some foods, and when I'm going to go somewhere, I can either request to have the meal like be very, very carefully made without those foods, or I can actually take some of our Young Living Essentials I'm4, and I still have some side effects from it, but it's lessened. So enzymes are so helpful in helping break those down so that we don't react so badly to food. Another thing that our body needs is probiotics. We have to have such a healthy gut flora, and we can get that through Life 5. Probiotics are connected. Good gut health is connected with the brain and cognitive health. It shows up on your skin as well. So if you have really bad skin, one of the things to consider is, what is your gut flora saying? We have bacteria in our gut as well as on our skin. So taking something like Life 5 is really going to be beneficial for your skin, as well as just your optimal health all over. Then Carla went into sharing the 4 key Young Living skincare necessities. And these are for the outside of our body. So the first thing that she talked about was polishing your skin. So that would be with the Satin Mint exfoliator scrub, the facial scrub. And I absolutely love this scrub. It smells so minty. I suggest everyone try it. It is just incredible. I'd suggest using it a couple times a week just to clear off the dead skin off of your face. It also helps if you're going to put moisturizer on top afterwards. If you have dead skin cells sitting on top, the moisturizer can't go in and actually nourish your cells on your face. So by removing it with the dead skin, removing the dead skin with the exfoliator, your lotion will absorb better. And also for men, it's really handy. It helps get a closer shave just by eliminating all that dead skin that's sitting on there. So it's great for the guys as well, not just a women's product. The next thing Carla wanted to talk about was the ART system. So that's your ART cleanser kit. You've got a cleanser, toner, and moisturizer in there, and it's just a powerful step. Cleansing all the dirt off, toning to reset that pH balance on your skin, and then moisturizing to provide your skin with that moisture and nourishment that you need. And the ART collection is loaded with frankincense and sandalwood, which are incredible oils for the skin. Before you moisturize though, you want to use the renewal serum. I absolutely love this serum. It feels so good on my skin. If when you're using it, it feels a little sticky, just let it dry first before you put your moisturizer on top. So it goes in between toning and moisturizing. And then the last product that she talked about for skin is actually for our body. She's recommending the lavender body lotion. And I started using that a couple months ago, and I absolutely love it. I've totally replaced every other moisturizer in my home with just that bottle. I'm not a big lavender fan. I know many people just love lavender, but I'm not a crazy fan about lavender, so I was really hesitant to buy the oil. But it's blended so beautifully with frankincense, or sorry, not frankincense, it's myrrh and rosemary, lemon, and sandalwood, and it's such a beautiful bouquet of smell. And when I put it on my body, it's not overpowering. It's just really subtle and really nice, so moisturizing. I don't have any reactions to it. So those were Carla's 4 key steps to having beautiful skin. And then she wanted to share a bonus thing, and that was, she's called the turbocharge, which is your sleep. Sleep is so important for beautiful skin. We need a minimum of 8 hours of sleep. Some people need a little bit less, some people need more. It depends on you as an individual, but I like what Carla said, when you don't sleep well, you look old. Like, blunt, just like that. And it's so true. If I have a night where I'm out late, even if I'm having fun, definitely staying hydrated, drinking lots of water, I'm out for a healthy evening just with friends visiting, I still wake up the next morning and my skin has this non-radiant look to it. I feel like I look old. I don't look fresh. And so she's so true in just sharing that that's just as important, if not more important, than using the right products on your skin. So when you're awake, your body is using energy, you're busy, you're active. But when you're sleeping, that's when your body can recover. And so if you're not sleeping enough, your body is not repairing itself. And that's why you look old when you don't sleep. Yeah, and so she also wanted to just express with our new natural health product claims that we're allowed to say, which is really exciting. We're no longer just a cosmetic company. We actually have some natural health product claims that we can make. She was talking about lavender and cedarwood. They act as nervines and calmatives on the body, which enhances relaxation. So a lot of people are worried that when they use those oils, lavender and cedarwood, that they might fall asleep. But it's not the case. What it does is it actually allows your body just to relax. So if you're trying to fall asleep, it can put your body in a great calm state where you can fall asleep. But if you're at a function, such as Carla Green was speaking on stage in front of 400 people, she still puts them on, because what it does is it creates a relaxed focus. It allows your body to be calm and relaxed without sleepy. So wonderful oils, and share what they do. And so that was my highlights from beauty school. I am going to be doing a talk on, or a beauty school class, I guess you would say, where we actually go through the products, where we cleanse, we tone, we moisturize, we use the serums, we use the scrubs. We use all of these products, and I'll actually teach you how to go through it. I'm going to host one in person in Vancouver coming up in the next month, and then I'm also going to try to host one online via a Zoom call or another means, but we'll over the computer here, we'll do that. And so I'll have products here and I'll demonstrate how to use them. If you're at home, I know there's several people in Salmon Arm or wherever you may be that own many of the beauty products. We can also ship things out to you, get your products in your hand, so that I can actually teach everyone how to use all of the products that Young Living offers. So that's going to be coming up. So contact me for details when we set a date for that and how to join and get products. So thank you for listening to the highlights.